Oi, oi. Oi, oi, lad. Oi, oi, boys. Oi, oi, mate. How are we? Oi, oi, mate. Nah, chill. Chill, though. We've got things to talk about. Is it the other way? Do you think about the days when the smoke down? Yo, can I have an Aussie? Come on, YouTube. Send out those noties. All right, Sam. Getting sick of it, mate. But good to see you, I suppose. Is it the other way? Nice pun in your title. Rob got robbed. Question mark. Just asking the question. Just asking the question. Not saying he did. And not a pun, really. Well, a happy accident, if you will. Because if Reiner was the one who got robbed, I would have wrote Reiner de Ridder got robbed. So it's not like I did it on purpose. But I suppose Rob's always been in the word robbery. Like or get banned. Enzo 2025. Oh, that's something that we could, mate, say it back and I'll stop. All right. Yeah, love you too, mate. Hey, LPO, you want to come, mate? All right. No. But yeah, what did you guys think of the card? Now, on my video, I did 8 from 12. On my video, that is. I did change one of my picks last minute, but I don't think we should count that, dude. Who cares about Tapology? But yeah, I did pretty good, I reckon. What do you guys think? I did pretty good. First, we start off with... Okay. Am I muted? No. Alright, I don't know what's going on there. When I press the mute button, it does something else now. It doesn't mute it. Jesus. Rob didn't do enough. Close fight, but not a robbery. Yeah, I don't think it was a robbery. When the fight was over, I was like, damn it, I think he won't get that. Especially because, like, why would you give it to Rob anyways in a close fight? And you know what? If I can really remove everything, I am glad that Reiner won. Because who cares about Rob against the top guys? What rounds did you give to Rob? Well, definitely the 1 and 3. 1 and 3, clear as day. Drop the fuck out of him. You know what? It sucks that, like, Rob lost because Reiner outdid him on the feet. Lorenzo, are you a virgin? Don't lie to us, mate. Oh, yeah. Dude. We're open book over here. Definitely a virgin. I became homeless since the last time I was here. Lol, don't dump your girl if the property is hers. Okay, I will not dump my girl if the property is hers. To be honest, I had allegations that I've not seen the card. All I've heard is Bob L. How was the rest of the card? You know what? I actually didn't catch this one. It started at 12 to 5, and I just thought, I'm not even going to try because I'll watch the first 3, end up dying. I was already feeling real tired, so I just went to bed. And then, didn't even set an alarm. I was like, I'll try and watch them all when I wake up. And I rose at 5:20 right before Robert Whittaker was about to fight. So I think Leao got slumped. I know, that was crazy, cunt. Carlos Leao got instantly killed. I can't believe it. I actually did good, though. That one I got. Those two? Hey, those two? Apparently there was 6 upsets in a row. 1, 2, which is crazy. Bogdan, I got. Tabitha. Anyway, what's your takeaway on Rob vs. RDR? I thought the first 3 rounds were good, at least. I actually thought it was a good fight until round 4 and 5, and then it was obviously a little bit boring. My take was, I don't know. I thought that Rob would definitely be able to negate the grappling, and then he would easily just win on the feet. But he kind of did stop the grappling, but then lost on the feet. I can't believe Reiner's move forward knee works so well, but it does look good when he does it. So fair enough to him. Marc-Andre almost beat on the bum. Yeah, I heard that. Don't blame me. I tried to get home for Bobby in time. I just couldn't make it, yeah. Yeah, that's the only fight that I watched live fully. I've gone back and watched some of them. Like, I actually haven't got to watching Stephen Nguyen drop Muhammad Yahya relentlessly. But I went back and watched Bogdan's first round KO. That was nice. I lost for everything, Giant. Never thought of a power. Did you miss me, Big Papa? Yeah. Haven't watched the McGee-Yan fight. I heard Shara and Marc-Andre went to war, which is crazy. Rob made me want to hang myself. And the Martin Bidet fight. Billy Elancana, I really should have picked, dude. I really should have. And I really thought hard about that one. But it's so scary to pick underdogs. And you know what? I've been having a couple tough weeks. So that's why I was so gun-shy, you know? What do you mean how powerful I can be? You guys are having your own little convo? And I don't know how to fucking turn on the sound anymore. Like, all my sound's gone. Oh, thank you for that, Mike. Jados Blackos, son of Goku. Jados Blackos got it. Well, attaboy Jados. Thank you for that, Mike. How old are you, Chronic? Well, we need a main event correct, bro. I know, true. I know this is a bad streak. I really thought Rob was going to win. Really did think he was going to win. It didn't go how I thought. It went a little bit how I thought. He was getting folded by those knees. It's fucking insane. But Reiner's starting to look real good, I suppose. One more, I reckon. The Nguyen fight was so funny. They cut to a bunch of Arabs laughing at their boy getting dropped 8 times. Sean doesn't have the power to keep RDR off him. Plus, Sean stays in the distance. Yeah, I don't know what to think about Reiner because he's such a weird guy. Whittaker just gassed after one knee. I know that was the most gassed I've seen him. I had to chill in left lane stream this morning. Bro was going to cry after losing his savings. That's bad. Yeah, he's fresh 18, isn't he? So he's just trying to get a wrangle of the gambling scene. I don't know what I've done, but this morning my mouse had disappeared. Well, thank you, Mike. Well, thank you, and I Swallow Cum has got it. Nice. I've never seen that guy in the chat ever in my life. But thank you, I Swallow Cum, for being a part of the stream. You are now a member, courtesy of Mike Lange. Thank you for that, Mike. And Jeanette Hicks is here too. Hello, Jeanette. Jay, believe it or not, I'm a happier homeless because I'm not a normal homeless. I have money and I train. All right. He got 3 right, the poor guy. Left lane got 3 picks right. That's crazy. I got 8. 7 if you count. On Tapology, I got 7. If you were to just strictly look at my YouTube account, which you should, I got 8. Got 8 out of 12. I did good. I got Martin Bidet. I try to give this sound so you can hear. But I don't know what to do. Now, look, when I press the mute button, it goes into another tab. I fucked up my laptop, it seems. Yeah, he did not do well. Yeah, there was a lot of upsets. Sounds like he was picking the faves. What a bitch. What a bitch. Fuck that guy. But Martin Bidet to start off the card. Tick. Got that right. Oh, wait, you can press this and unmute yourself. And not a lot of people got the Martin Bidet pick. Davey Grant to beat Damon Blackshear? Don't mind if I do. You know what? I don't mind if I do. That's right, guys. I'm out here. I'm 21 and I can buy a hotel or a car. I'll just go Davey Grant. I think he can get this. Is that right? Is that right, Lorenzo? I'll just go Davey Grant. I think he can get this one done. Oh, good pick, bro. Good pick. Thank you, guys. I went with Whittaker by decision. Was close, but he clearly lost that shit. I was torn on it the whole week. Yeah, I was really confident in Rob, so it felt bad to get one that I really thought I was going to get right wrong. But like I said before, I am glad that he lost. Well, not glad that he lost, but glad Reiner won. Grant schooled him on the feet. I know. I don't know, actually. I didn't watch the fight at all. Is your mum Australian too? I don't know. I don't know. Why don't you tell us? Your name's... Yeah, okay. So weird. To Unc Swanson, I know, yeah. Blackshear's a weird guy. And Bogdan laying out constant pressure is insane. Didn't gas at all. I know, he looked great. Well, not that he looked great, because it's not like, man, this guy looks so good. But yeah, it just works. What he was doing was just working. He did look huge, but I don't want to use that as an excuse. Like I didn't know he was huge. But yeah, I can't believe, you know what? Well, I was thinking I picked Rob because I was like, dude, he's such a great anti-grappler. He's not going to get dominated on the floor. But instead, he just kind of got minced up on the feet and did not get dominated on the floor. He only been past the 3 rounds 1 time in his entire career before this and gassed the one. I know, that's why I thought like round 4 and 5, Rob would have in his bag. But the knees are just so OP, and he spams them, but they look good. And he's that's like the best he's ever looked as well. Because he looked so shit when he first got here. Even against Kevin Holland, he looks like a weird guy. I know it instantly hit the mat. Who else did he fight? Just straight Bo after that? He didn't even look that good against Bo. Next week is guaranteed, though. Taylor's a lock. I don't think Taylor's a lock. People forget, man, Enzo's putting in work to fill the gap when Guru retires in 2030s. Solid engagement, solid takes, solid humor, and backflips for members. Backflips is the key. That's one thing that Guru has that doesn't have, that I do have with the impressions and stuff. I thought to myself, all right, he's got impressions. He's got a beard and a beanie. I'm going to need some facial hair, and I'm going to need something to separate me from the rest. Left Lane has his boringness. Weasel's got his... I can't think of a different word. Boringness also. The Salikov fight was retarded. I know. That is crazy that Carlos Leo just gets instantly slapped. And how he's supposed to reason a pick like that as well. Well, I know Carlos Leo's looked sick since he's come to the UFC, but I'm going to go 42-year-old Muslim Salikov to just instantly KO him here. I just think he's got this. So it's hard to sweep the card. Thank God. Read my last message. He should have used knee stomps. I understand why he didn't leg kick, but knee stomps would have helped him a lot. Rob, that would have helped him a lot. Yeah, true. And he always does that. It's not like he doesn't have that in his bag. Bro, how is Guru on a main event streak of 4? This should annoy us because we're in our prime prediction year and Guru's past his peak picks. I don't think that should annoy us. And the main event, getting the main event right isn't everything, but it is impressive. I suppose. I know, I'm surprised Reiner won. I really thought Rob had that one. It just felt like it did. Krylov is overrated. He is. It looked like Whittaker was facing a light heavyweight. He did look massive. But Rob is also a little bit small. But yeah, the cunt's so giant. You know what, actually? I was all fine with the decision and stuff. But then I seen heaps of people complaining about the glove grab. Have you seen the finishing sequence? That is bullshit. He is like grabbing the glove so hard. I actually reckon, and I feel like I'm just a salty Whittaker fan complaining. And it's bullshit, but I really do think he should have got a point taken there. That was so bullshit. The glove grab is insane. He was grabbing it like crazy as well. It wasn't even just like a little one. He like fully was... I want to find a clip. But I didn't see it when he first dropped him. But that was fucking bullshit. It was fucking bullshit. I'm trying to find it. Saeed was trying to cheat Bryce also, yeah. I know. That's why I haven't put a fucking event recap. I didn't watch any of it. But thank God Saeed lost, because that's one that I changed. The knee is a mythical weapon, though. It is. It really is. Renat is overrated, and Liao's performance made him seem better than he was, yeah. But you thought he'd get past Muslim Salikov. You just assumed. Oh, I think maybe this is it.
What's up, everybody? I'm giving away a pretty
Fucking hell.
prize.
And if you got a point taken, Whittaker wins, bro. They made this so annoying, like you say, 48-47, but yeah. Shame I missed the end of the stream. Backflip later, fellas. Thank you for that, Mike. Thank you for your 2 memberships and your $5. That's very sweet. That's very sweet of you. Very sweet. All right, is this... Damn! That was actually huge. Look how loud that is. Look if we can see it. And then he's grabbing in these gloves there. And then he grabs him again. And now he's got his glove again. How are those not putting him out, though? There was a better view I seen of it. I seen it. Can't believe RDR won the 4th and 5th. I know. PS, like the streamer, I'll dono for you to get banned. Exactly, guys. And we don't want him to dono, do we? So you guys all got to like. Who does RDR beat at the top of middleweight? Like a Strickland, just keeps moving forward. That was the only moment Rob had in round 3. Yeah. Yeah, I know. That it was a massive moment, though. A massive moment that won him the round, absolutely. Look at those ground and pound shots. They were right to his fucking face. I can't believe that didn't put him out. Those were right to his face. RDR spams knees and clinches like a UFC 5 player. I know, it's crazy that it worked. Win of Kai Mava deserve it next, yeah. And then RDR behind him. I can't believe that we actually might get RDR versus Reiner de Ridder. But Sean can accurately pick apart RDR and not get hit Lorenzo. That's actually a really bad matchup for RDR. I thought the Rob matchup was a super bad matchup for RDR. Great grappling and way faster than him on the feet. And he was way faster than him. RDR looked a little bit shit on the feet, just getting jabbed at will. But still, he just walks through him and knees him to the body. So I don't know how he doesn't do that to Sean. And maybe Izzy, because Rob has better takedown defense than Izzy, in my opinion, yeah. The Izzy one's a bit weird because they're like the same stature. And Izzy is super hard to get down. I actually don't know if he would be able to get him down too much. It's weird. Reiner's a weird guy to predict because it feels like he'll lose, but then he can definitely win. But Sean can do shit for now. Can't do shit for now? True, he can't. I feel like DDP would flatline him, though. Yeah, I reckon Drickus definitely beats him. Drickus definitely beats him and a Mavov. Maybe he is just that good, this guy. And he's going to keep just walking forward and kneeing cunts in their stomach. Chat, guess a number 1 to 24. Izzy or RDR? Give it a guess. I mean, Izzy or RDR? Well, let's put... wait. Let me put a different poll up. It would be a good-ass fight while it lasts, though. Yeah, it would. What do you think about the Pico-Murphy fight? Now, DDP is going to get finished by brutal body head knee combo. Who is? Who wins? Guys, let's not leave Mike out. I think that could mean something nice. Don't leave Mike out to dry here. He wants you to guess. Izzy is washed, to be fair. RDR smoked him. Yeah, I know. RDR's a weird guy. He's fucking annoying. He's annoying because it doesn't look like good. It's like Drickus. It's like Drickus, honestly. It really is. They're like annoying to predict. Although I am salty, brother, Guru deserves mega praise for that pick because I was truly laughing when I watched his video prediction. Okay. Confident, were you? I definitely wasn't laughing at the idea that Reiner could beat Rob, but I was confident. Murphy, the mini decision, Leon, yeah. I actually reckon Aaron Pico knocks him out. That's my pick. Pico, KO. Don't really think Izzy's washed. The contenders nowadays are just better. Yeah, Izzy's not washed. And Mavlov's 28 and sick. And he was beating him as well. It's like how Max was picking apart Ilya before getting KO'd. A little bit like that. But Izzy was like looking real good. Looked like he was going to beat the shit out of it. Fishing for likes for our boy Enzo. And does anybody enjoy tuning in? MBD, does anybody enjoy tuning in? What does that mean? Was doing good versus DDP also. Who was? Yeah, Izzy, yeah. Yeah, I still think he's got it. And Sean, that was a bad night. And Sean's a bad matchup walking forward. And Sean's like the second best middleweight in the world. Beats a Mavov. Doesn't get finished by Drickus. Does anyone enjoy sounding? Aaron Pico sets shots up better and has a lot of power himself. Lerone is dying. I also think Pico knocks him out. On RDR, Izzy and Whittaker has simple shifts, yeah. Rob's just too much of a bitch. Damn, look at the picks. People got absolutely fucking creamed. 20%, 11% Alencana, Richie 50, 15% Grant, 13% Salikov, Guskov. Oh, more people picked him. Barrialt 7, 50-50 on the main event. What would you have scored, RDR versus Whittaker? I thought Whittaker won the first and the third for sure. A single like pushes Algo a bunch. Is that right? Is that right? No, I never know if it really does. But I always implore it, just in case. The last couple of weeks have been pretty unpredictable. Yeah, that card was fucked. That card was fucked. 6 upsets in a row. Maybe that's why I slept through them, because I would have got fucked over on multis. Would have been impossible to make a multi on that one. Blackshear loses, Liao loses. Krylov got fucking slept. Isn't he just like the bottom of the barrel now, Krylov? Like one of the worst. Who should Whittaker fight next? Oh, good question. That good answer. Good answer. Like the loser of that fight. Like the loser of that fight, or maybe someone. I love when you make videos. Oh, thank you for that. I'm glad he didn't get finished. He proved he's not really washed. True. It looked like he was going to get finished until he dropped the fuck out of him. I can't believe those knees worked. They just worked as well. They just worked again. He just walks forward, big knee, and there's nothing you can do. Don't be sad, Bryce. Wrestle fucked that frail surname merchant. He did. Yeah, I'm glad I fucking picked Bryce because I was going to pick Saeed the whole time. But then we had that little session where we really hashed out knowledge, and bang, I picked Bryce by decision, and I won. What's your prediction on that fight? Well, I reckon Delizzi is going to beat Fluffy and finish him at some point by KO. Just because I reckon he's got real heavy hands. Fluffy's so fragile. Like, Bryce couldn't have had a word start in the first also. Yeah, I heard he got dropped. I heard he got dropped at the start. But that was kind of good, I suppose. Fluffy vs. Whittaker would be interesting if he somehow wins. Yeah, you'd imagine he definitely wins that one. No power for Fluffy's, like, small and flabby. Takedowns as well. Rob's still got that grappling. I can't believe I stayed up all night to watch a bunch of retards trying to fuck a doorknob. What were you watching? What the fuck were you watching then? I don't get that one. Maybe I should have been awake for that. But if you guys didn't see the BMF video, 430 views, 2 subs. Oh, got $1 from it. Got $1 from it. Wasn't bad. And then on the most recent one that I did, 320. 5 subs though. 5 subs. And that one I didn't put monetization on because I had a theory that maybe like my videos are so niche and small anyways that when an ad pops up, people would just click off. I'm thinking channel's too small to be expecting people to watch ads to watch my videos. So maybe but then that one didn't do any better on views. I was doing a little experiment to see. Because I was like, if I was watching a video of a channel with 2 subs and it had 200 views and a fucking unskippable ad popped up, I'd be like, fuck this guy. That's a good point. I didn't think he was washed, and I agree. I'm just saying I'm glad he proved he isn't washed, like casuals say after people lose a fight. Yeah. Can't believe it. Hernandez can't take Delizzi down or do anything on the feet, so he has to hope Roman breaks. Exactly. Maybe he could take him down, but I reckon Roman be willing to work. Rob did not get robbed. Hey, I'm just asking the question. Hillbilly Josh. Rob got robbed? Question mark? Because I've been hearing the chatter that he might have. Yeah, I was hoping that they gave it to him, but when the bell went for the 5th round, there was a bad feeling like, fucking hell, he probably doesn't get that one. Bro, Whittaker could have won the 5th every time he had to try to strike, he'd lunge in, but Ardia would immediately clinch him. Yeah, the last 2 rounds really fucking put a dull on things. The first 3 rounds were sick, I thought. Not sick, but good, and they went by fast. Round 3 was obviously fun. And I can't believe he survived that. Those follow-up shots were hard as fuck and right on his chin as well. And he just couldn't get him out of there. He's got a good chin, that fucking de Ridder guy. But those glove grabs were fucking so gay. You can't do that, especially when you just got dropped. And he's fully, we all see him have his hand straight in his gloves. I reckon they should have taken a point. But I feel like I'm being salty because I'm from Australia. But hey, if I was from America, I'd still thought they should have taken a point. Reiner, we can finally say Whittaker has no lion or heart. What do you mean? We can finally say Whittaker has no lion or heart? I don't even know what that means. And even however you're trying to phrase that, it's not like we've never been able to say Whittaker doesn't have heart. Everyone knows he's a fucking dog. And it's not like now after watching that fight, we can't say it all. Now we can. So I don't know what you're talking about. Imagine a world where Brendan Allen schools Robert Whittaker 3-0. That would be fucking awful. That would be awful. Whittaker kind of walked him down in the first round. Oh no, the first round was clear as day Whittaker, and it looked like we were in for a fucking easy win. We looked like we were going to win for I can't believe Reiner started doing good later and wins 4 and 5. Those knees just fucking took it out of him. That's like the most gassed you'd see Rob in round 4. He looked like he's fucking completely defeated. No, it's a hectic multiple glove grab. It's not like Whittaker kind of... No, it's true. Maybe he finds a finish if he doesn't. If he doesn't grab his glove... Could have won the... I know, yeah. Maybe he does find the finish. There was a camera angle I seen of it. And I want to find it because it was fucking so egregious. Maybe this one. Maybe this is it. Watch for the glovies. Elbows? Oh, he's going to finish him. Oh, all right. Well, that wasn't it then. Well, that obviously wasn't it. God damn it. 0 leg kicks, body kicks, 0 head kicks. I got nothing because he's worried about Yeah, just a fucking stiff jab. Just a blitz, stiff jab. All right. RDR clearly won. Yeah, I reckon he did too. I'm just getting the talk started. I'm going to touch you. Don't do it. Braza! The short I watched this morning was just the perfect short for it. Showed the best angle. Could have scored points that way, and also maybe it helps. He did, but he could have had a point taken. Yeah, the knee stops definitely would have stopped Reiner just coming forward with big knees. Go back in your search history. It was on my phone. It was on my phone. To be fair, Rob couldn't really throw the head kick as RDR was constantly moving out of range. Yeah, I'm not surprised there wasn't a lot of head kicks, but he does always throw those oblique kicks. So that is a good point, that he could have used those to maybe stop Reiner coming forward so much. In my opinion, if Rob tried stomping the knees, he would have got taken down for it. Yeah, maybe. Maybe you could say that. Defeats Robert Whittaker. He blew Till's knee out. In my opinion, if Rob... And Romero's, did he not? He did Romero's as well? DDP's long combos are bad for RDR, yeah. That would be such a sick fight, though. And I honestly think fucking Reiner's... I don't know, he's such a weird guy. He's so weird.
Robert Whittaker was literally seconds away from...
Alright, shut up, mate. Who the fuck is that guy? Bloody disappointing. Bloody annoying, man. I want to find a short, but... Robert Whittaker knocks down. Still high on DDP beating Hamzat? Yes. Yes, still DDP beats him. Hamzat fans are insufferable. They are annoying. Sermaine Nurture also grabbed the cage so many times. Very good fight, though. RDI is an elite guy, and Rob is still very good. Let's get Rob in there against Brendan Allen or something. Yeah, that would be nice. And you know what? Brendan Allen maybe deserves that now. That kind of does seem like the next fight to make. And he also said that he doesn't want to fight Paulo Costa, which is weird, but pretty hard to intercept, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if RDR's that good. That one knee stop bang, he just double legs him. RDR built like Anderson Silva, but bigger. Anderson Silva, I don't know about that. Yeah, but he did look ginormous. But it's not like I didn't know that. But it was real ginormous. And Richie got a weird KO. Was the card good? I feel like it was a little bit shit. But I didn't watch any of the fights, so maybe I shouldn't say that. But there doesn't feel like there's a real buzz about what happened. Any good highlights to watch back? Oh, the Muslim Salukov. Guru said RDR would sub Anderson Silva in 1. Thoughts on that take? It's hard. That is hard. I don't. Are you gonna watch the card? Probably not. Maybe go watch a couple of them, but I'm not going to sit through the Bryce Mitchell 15 minutes. I'm not going to go watch Davey Grant versus Damon Blackshear, but I want to watch Stephen Nguyen versus Muhammad Yai. I'm not going to go watch Iba Aslam versus Billy Alankana or Martin Bidet versus Marcus Buchecha. But I went and watched the Richie KO. The Muslim KO was fucking devastating. And I really liked Carlos Leal too. Literally KO's RDR cold. You watched the Shara fight? Yeah, maybe I should watch that one too. That was pretty sick. Yeah, apparently Shara got jelly-legged and Marc Andre got jelly-legged too. Like, that's fucking insane that he's going to war with Marc Andre. And Marc Andre still got his chin. I actually thought that was going to be tough. Loses by UD. Yeah, I don't reckon round one sub. But maybe he is right. Because Reiner's so big, he just come forward. But I do think even though Anderson Silva's from the olden days, he still had like undeniable reflexes and like he was one of those guys that would just see things and react. I don't think he was a bum. If you got Anderson Silva these days and really got him going, I reckon he'd come back and still fucking absolutely style on people. There's just one of ones out there that just have different reflexes and you can't teach it. Marc Andre will never fucking let a jab like land right here and then counter like Conor McGregor could or Sean O'Malley does and Gene and shit. They just can't do it. Asiam Abaev's got no like fucking fast twitch head movement, but Jose Ochoa does. Not a single Anderson Silva shot hurts DDP though. I don't know. I still think that guy's crazy precise and weird head movement. And he wouldn't just look like a retard these days. I reckon he fucks up like a Roman Dolidze. But maybe there'd be a huge hole in his grappling. And these big guys will just fucking grapple him. Not a single... Shara got fed a can. He did. He did get fed a can. And he looks shit. Gene has way more power than Volk, bro. Lopez getting KO'd. Lopez... got hit a lot by Volk. That is a tough one. I do think eventually he could get KO'd. But I do think Diego's got a granite chin. Granite chin, it's weird. You're about Shara Bullet fight today? What does that mean? I didn't watch the Shara Bullet fight, unfortunately. I was asleep for everything. I know, I'm terrible. Styled on him, yeah. Chael was taking him down at will, so you'd imagine Reiner would fucking work him. Bryce Mitchell drives around a paddock practicing his jump out of a car roll instead of a seatbelt. Okay, thanks for that. Pereira's KO Silva at middleweight? Yeah. Volk ain't really a KO artist, even though he can crack. Silva has a better chance to finish him, but I reckon he probably won't. Yeah, it is weird. It is a weird fight. I reckon maybe a later KO, like round 3 or something. I don't know. It is hard to see Diego Lopez get KO'd. Because I know if Volk was landing on him, then this guy will, but he's still got a granite chin. And it's not even like he got dropped. He got like stumbled back into the cage a couple times, but he never even got jelly-legged really. Bryce Mitchell versus Randy Vaselis next. That should be the next fight, 100%. Put it in your fights to make next. Well, I don't think I will do that. Because y'all really saying Rob got robbed? No one's saying that. Just asking the question. Because I think that's a good title to get someone in. But yeah, I do reckon Bryce beats Randy Vaselis, yeah. I reckon so. That dipshit. No, well, that's all right. Because he's seen it in the title. I would come in thinking that. Rob got robbed. Just asking the question. Anyone notice RDR reacts so weird to getting punched? Yeah, though he would do like a weird when he would get jabbed. I did notice that. Yeah, he's just a weird, goofy guy. I think Vaselis would out-grapple Bryce, to be honest. Maybe not out-grapple him, but like reverse all the takedowns and get off bottom and not be pinned down and beat him on the feet. He could maybe be faster and outdo him on the feet, but not like out-grapple him, like take his back or take him down or anything. But I could see him having such a good wrestling base that he just stuffs them and stays safe. Rob did get robbed, but RDR can fight. I'll say that much. Is that the real Josh Della? That is not the real Josh Della, dude. That would be so fucking awesome. It'd be so weird for someone to impersonate Josh Della, though. But that would be so awesome if that was fucking really Josh. Hey, Josh. How you doing, dude? You remember me, right? We're good friends. I've got your number in my phone, just in case I need to call ya. Joined 23rd of January, 2025. I don't know. It's got Josh in his profile picture. Cheers, mate. All right, that doesn't seem like that's what Josh would say. I don't know. What a weird account to impersonate. You know what? I'm going to make a YouTube account and impersonate Jack Della's brother, who is a great coach and real seasoned. And if he didn't want to be such a good coach, he could have made it himself. That's what they say. I find it ironic that Daggy fans are complaining that Bryce just hugged Saeed the whole time. Yeah, are they complaining? That is funny. That is funny. And that was a good win from Bryce. Very good win. But RDR can fight. Yeah, that was the best he's ever looked. I would say, even though I've never watched a fight outside of the UFC with him in it. Lol, appreciate your thoughts here. Is this really you though, Josh? You haven't said, yeah, it's me, it's Josh. You got me, guys. I just don't know. I just don't know if that is you. And I just, God, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that's Josh Della? Jack Della's brother, or do we think that's someone pretending to be him, knowing that it will really hit a string with me and I'll geek out? Because it does look a little bit official. I don't know. Do a poll. What? Do a poll. Is that Josh Della? Poll it. Poll it. I could say it's me and some will believe it. Some won't. But I'm not famous, so it doesn't really matter. You're famous to me. You're famous to me. You pioneered the first Perth champion. Does Jack ever really make it to the belt without his older brother guiding him? Holding the pads? I don't know. I don't know if he does. Who did Jack lose to in his debut? Answer, Josh. Bang. Answer. Quick, Josh. Go. Who was his first loss? Go. Oh, Josh. Della beats Islam. Yeah, let's start glazing. Let's start glazing. Did we really meet? We have met. We have met. Weird for you to go back onto that. Nah, see, I don't believe this. I do not believe this is you, Josh. I missed the question. This is just not what a 30-year-old Josh Della's doing on his off time, hanging in a 20-man stream. Olden Bates? No, that was wrong, Arv Singh. That was wrong, and we weren't even asking you, dude. But that was his second fight. He lost to Olden Bates, I'm pretty sure. Nope, that was his first one. Fuck! Fuck, I swear it was his second. But Darcy Vendy he lost to. Oh, Darcy Vendy, the lineal champ. You're his biggest fan, though. Lol, glazing, I see the icing on your lip, bro. There's nothing. First fight? All right, nah. I've had enough. I've had enough. It's not him. It's not him. He's working in like five minutes behind everyone. Della beats Islam, he does. You didn't watch the Bryce fight. Do you think he could beat Rob Font, Cheeto? Yeah, he beats Rob Font. He definitely beats Rob Font. Was the first real fighter Jack fought. Okay. Oh, see, I don't know if he would say that. That is not Josh Della. And also, Ty Duncan was a good prospect over there. No, James Duckett was a good prospect over there in Cage Warriors. So I don't know about that. And Ty Duncan's 0-3. 3-0. Do you think Robocop would beat RDI? I feel like the power could make it a hard fight for the Rizzler. That is a bad matchup for him. I do like that one. I do think Robocop could beat him. And maybe a Cannoneer, actually. Maybe a Cannoneer could beat him. Real power and not... Fucking Rob's backing up too much. Little jittery. Looking for step-in jabs. Pyfer also, yeah. Yeah, Rainer's one of those weird guys where... See, but that's the same with Drickus. I said all that same stuff with Drickus when he was coming up. That there was so many like unranked guys that could beat him. Maybe they just can't. But his account was made in January, so he waited 6 months to do this. Why would he wait 6 months? Ty Duncan is a bit of a cokehead. Pyfer also, yeah. Pyfer seems like a good matchup. Pyfer's actually got a fight signed, he said. I'm fine being considered the troll. I've seen a few of your shorts stop by to chat, but don't mean to be a distraction. Okay, yeah. Okay. I want to believe it's you, Josh, but I just don't. Also, I don't know. I reckon if it really was you, you would instantly recognize who I was because we have met. I've shook your hand. I've got your number in my phone. I've been to the gym. We've clocked eyes. I could call you right now and you could answer. If we've met, we'll meet again and can remember this conversation. All right, Josh. All right. I want to believe it's you, but I just don't. But thanks, dude. Thanks. And we will meet again. Yep, when I'm in the corner for... It's definitely not him, though, yeah. I don't think so. You think Atabe is championship material? I do think Atabe Gatia could be the champ. Why not? He's 23 years old right now. Josh Van's 23. Isn't that crazy? we all look at Josh Van as like this young little duckling who's a little baby, but Gattier is the exact same age as him. Like, imagine when Gattier's 29, he'll be the champ in heavyweight. He has to be. I think Pyfer will be champ. No. Is Ozzy Diaz dying? He is. Yep, he is. And no, Pyfer will not be champ, I don't think. Way too basic. Doesn't have good boxing or like a good jab. He's got heavy hands and a granite chin. Hooker calling out Charles for November is kind of sad and depressing. Yeah, a little bit. But it's kind of a good fight to make. I actually wouldn't be surprised if they did do that, just because that would make sense, and that would be a good comeback for Charles Oliveira as well. Because that's super winnable. Oliveira would win, right? It's hard to say he would after he just got absolutely killed. Check out that pipe for a jab. Yeah, I know that clip when they're talking about Guru. And how about that pipe for a jab? No good for Charlie's. I want to believe that Josh Van hype, but the mighty always seem to fall. Yeah, I do think he is special, though. When we look back in history, there's going to have to be a main character who took the belt off Pantoja. And Josh Van does have just that little something extra about him, I do think. Just that little something extra that you're like, yeah, this guy, he's special. And also, like, imagine when Josh Van's in 29. You know that will be in, like, 2030? Like, in 6 years, that guy's 29. I look at 29-year-old fighters right now in the UFC and think, oh, fucking oath. He's so young. He'll be around for ages. Van ain't got the wrestling. He's going to get cooked. I reckon he does. And he's got... Can you give my YouTube channel a shout-out? I'm getting very discouraged. I only have 0 subscribers. And I created my channel last week. My channel name is Phil Kicks Football. Shout out Phil Kicks Football. He's a legend. Cap is so undisciplined he is. He's just so small, though. Feel like Pantoja will eventually get him down and probably take his back. Van does have pretty good takedown defense, though, so should be hard, yeah. Great pace, and because he's so short, that really works. Like, rather than those big, rangy guys like a Roy Val seem to be harder to move. And he's always, like, low and going for body shots. And also, what I like about it is his reflexes are so good that, like, he's going to see these shots coming, and fucking Pantoja runs in like an idiot sometimes. Bro will look like JDM Bilal. Or am I insane? That's not a bad comparison. I could see that. I could see that too. Van's just piecing up Pantoja on the feet. And Pantoja's barely getting moments in the grappling. I compare it to Dillashaw Barao, where there's a dominant Brazilian champion that no one thinks is going to lose. And then the young gun who's like just the new evolution and the new fighters coming up, like in Dillashaw, just absolutely puts on a masterclass performance and fucking beats the champ up. Did y'all not see he was walking down Kai? Kai was running. Yeah, but Kai's a bitch. In hindsight, Kai's a little bitch who was never going to do it. Van would beat the shit out of Kai France, though, yeah. Yeah. Oh, you think Pantoja gets finished? Oh, fuck. No, I do. Yeah, I do. I do think it'll be round 4. He walks down everyone he fights. Pantoja is nasty. He does. He does just run forward and does that little, like, flurry punch into the clinch. But I do think out of everyone he's been fighting, this is the best guy to deal with that. To go, like, band for band in the pocket with him, beat him to the punch, have great cardio as the fight goes on, and just great volume. And Josh is just so good at fucking landing shots. He's insane. He's insane. I do believe in Josh Van big time. And also, Pantoja's 35. I don't think he's going to be around forever. Just keep defending his belt. And if he defends it against Van, who's going to get him? Who's going to get him? Like Cap coming? Like, this is the guy. This is the guy who's going to get him for sure. For sure. If it's not Van, it will be no one. He's not going to hold it forever. When we look back in history, Pantoja is not going to be this guy that defended the belt 8 times. He just doesn't have anything about him like that. But is he going to be the guy that defended it 4 times and then lost it to Van in the 6th story? That seems so right. Who's your favorite fighter? I like Jack Della a lot. I like Jack Della Maddalena. Taylor could? Yeah, Taylor eventually. But we'd be waiting for ages. It's Van. I really do believe that. And the card is so going to be UFC 322, Madison Square Garden, Islam, Jack, Pantoja, Van. We're going to get Van into Jack on the exact same. It's because he's from Perth, right? It is a lot because he's from Perth and he puts on for my city. But also, like, he's so likable at the same time. So it's so lucky that the Perth champion happened to be fucking a sick boxer who barely says a word and uses nunchucks. And, you know, when he does let out his one-liners, they're slick and funny. What's one fight where you were so salty and coped hard and was genuinely pissed? Well, honestly, I was pissed that Glover and Yuri couldn't finish each other until round 5 because I had it to, like, not go the distance and, well, it to, like, not start round 4. Were you mad about Poirier versus Holloway? No, I wasn't mad about it. I was actually, those, like, salty in a way where I'm like, how the fuck did I pick Poirier? It was one of those ones where you're looking back, you're like, it was so there that Max was winning that one. But I got too caught up in, well, he lost the first 2, he'll lose the 3rd one. Look, it happened with Volk. He lost the first 2 and lost again. And he just had his number. And did you bet? Yeah, a little bit, but not really. Not really a lot on that card. Not UFC. Usyk didn't have a top 10 win and took multiple rounds off him. And Chinese dude had 0 wins in the UFC. Exactly, yeah. It's not like Pantoja's this dominant force where you can't see how anyone could beat him. Like, Ursa gave him a crazy fight. Royval gave him trouble. Heaps of people were saying he robbed Moreno to get the belt in the first place. Like, he gave Moreno a close-ass fight. And Moreno's kind of behind that. But McGregor or JDM? McGregor is the man. I do think. I've been seeing some, like, sad shorts of him. Do you think about the days when, like, little edits of prime McGregor, and God, just so cool. Moreno made it close also in the trilogy. Yes, yeah, in the one where he got the belt, it was super close. And he went to a war, and he's just had so much damage. He scar tissues a lot. He bleeds. One of the refs was mewing today. Was literally a looks maxing gear chat. Paddy or Justin? I think Justin. I can see Paddy definitely winning. Pantoja's run isn't as dominant as people claim. He's very good, though. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, like, when Usman was doing it, it was like, fuck, this guy's on a run. But I just feel like it doesn't feel like that with Pantoja. It feels like, yeah, he's just holding the belt right now until someone cool comes and gets it. And then we'll go back to actually having fun. Like Van versus Cap for a belt. Van versus Lona Kavanagh. You know, we got good times coming ahead. We just need to get rid of this guy. Is the mustache a choice, or is the beard a bit rough still? No, this isn't a choice. I just can't get rid of it. It just grew there, and I'm stuck with it, man. Nah, didn't choose this at all. Like, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? Come on, don't be silly. Was this shirt a choice, or am I stuck with it? Like, come on. We see it as a fucking choice. It looks sick. I look like a grown man that gets bitches. If I wanted. I'm confused, aren't I, Permaban? No, I can see what you're saying. If Pantoja makes easy work of Van, then I'll glaze. Yeah, exactly. Does Yuri kill the creature? Is the creature Khalil? A.K.a. Ank? Oh, okay. Well, he's matched up with Khalil. That's why I thought you'd be asking that. But no. Yeah. Yeah, if he beats Khalil, I'd pick him to beat Magomed. And it would just be, yeah, I would. If he beats Khalil, I'll pick him. People crying about Yaya most knockdowns. He recovered from the last knockdown in the first and is the only one where he could have really stopped it. Yeah, that's one I definitely need to go back and watch. What the fuck? I've just fucking ruined my laptop, man. Trying to fix it this morning. This is fucked up. You got to keep in mind he's also fighting for his career. Armin or Justin? Armin. To beat Yuri, you have to knock him out. Can you please slander Armin right now? Bro hasn't fought since UFC 300. Well, I'm not going to slander him like, man, he's just been so inactive. Like, get a fight signed. Like, he was supposed to headline a card in January and he pulled out. So it's not like, man, what the fuck is he doing? You know, I like Armin. I think he's my friend. I hope Yuri wins, but I can see Khalil pulling some cult magic. Yeah, heavy low kicks. Jamal Hill leaves himself so fucking open, it's insane. Just over swinging on shots. That little shot where he got KO'd, he left himself so open, it was crazy. You know, if he was as badly compromised as people claim, he wouldn't have rocked him in the second. Good point. Good point. Yeah, I seen a post on him on Instagram, and I was like, fucking hell, his face looks fucked. And then after round 1, his face didn't look like that. I was like, so when does this happen? In round 2? I thought it was a first round KO. Well, they stopped it in the corner. So yeah, I don't think it would have been that bad. His eye looks still fine. The swelling happened in the second. Herzog or Herb to be the ref that has to save you from a second punch from Shama. Who would I want? Herb. Probably Herb, because Herzog seems to look for these good finishes. I took Muhammad Yahya. How do I recover? That is a bad pick. That is a terrible... Remember when you sold me a picture of an iPhone outside the casino last weekend for $900? I was really drunk and you took advantage of me with taking my money. Karma's coming, buddy. All right. Sorry about that, big dick. If Conor was going to come back and fight, who would you want to see in one last McGregor fight? Okay. Right now, say he was to fight on the White House, I would want to see him fight Ilya, maybe. Maybe Ilya would be the one. Like, if I only could pick one, I feel like that would be the most one that would make sense. Like him, Gaethje, just kind of doesn't hit. It seemed, but if Khalil wins in hindsight, I feel like everyone will realize that was a pretty bad style matchup for Yuri. We all have great picks and bad picks. Very true, very true. I was wondering why I went live during the fights, but now I remember the crazy time difference. Yeah, I just saw a few. It was like 10:30 at night, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go to bed. Not even gonna try at all. Rob did amazing today. He did fight well. But also a little bit not well. I don't know how to feel. I feel like, just damn it, Rob. I really wanted you to get that one done, and I thought that was the style to do it. Like, how can he not take more advantage of Reiner on the feet? How are his knees that fucking good? Do you think Conor could even make it out of the first round with Ilya, though? I think he needs to fight someone he could beat, like a Chandler Whitehouse fight. Yeah. I do think he could maybe make it out of the first round. Yeah, he gassed out. Yeah, those knees just fucking crumpled him. And Reiner started taking over. Those last fucking couple rounds were boring, though. Round 5 was just like, oh my God. Fuck this guy. If you were to fight any fighter, no matter weight or gender, for your life, who are you fighting? No matter weight or gender? Maybe Ivana Petrovic or she's trash. Amanda Ribas. I honestly reckon I could give Amanda Ribas trouble at this point. Because I'd be big. Like, I'd be 6 foot in there. So I'd be like Rob versus Reiner. I'd be way faster than anyone they fought. I do think that. And I reckon I'd have a little bit more pop in my shots. Maybe. Than some of the girls, at least. I reckon I'd have a good chance against some of the girls. I do really believe that I'd fuck one of the girls up. Because they're all like 5'5". Rob did a good job earning RDR respect on the feet. Also, RDR just kept walking him down, though. Pretty crazy, yeah. I can't believe after he dropped him that he still lost. Well, like, when he dropped him and then going into round 4, I was like, we're up 2-1. Let's go. This is it. Come on, Rob. And then he fucking loses the next 2 rounds by getting held against the fence a little bit. I'm a 135 and 15-year-old. I think I could take Tom Aspinall. Nice. Nice, dude. I reckon you could too. Who wins? You still suck, lol. Who wins? RDR versus... No. What's a cool fight to do? I'd put his life on the line against Andre Philly. I would wrestle her. You'd wrestle Ivana Petrovic? Yeah, she's got no wrestling. Didn't get gas much either. Can't believe it, I know. He did look really good. Way better than he looked against Bo Nickel, honestly. The way de Ridder just held him, especially during the 5th round, was infuriating, I know. I know, you're just hoping Rob can just do that little bit extra, but he just quite doesn't. How the fuck down Whittaker loses the 4th and 5th. Sad to say, but I think Costa retired Andre Philly. I can see RDR possibly beating DDP, but not Hamzat. Yeah, RDR's a weird guy where it's like he might lose to Brendan Allen or... No, not Brendan Allen. But Paulo Costa, that's probably a fucking real hard matchup. But maybe he just walks forward and crumples him with knees. How do we know? How do we know this guy's ceiling? I just don't know. I'm pretty confident DDP flatlines RDR. I would say so too. How do you know? How do you know? Have you seen that? The knees are insane and awkward, and they work, man. I like RDR's confidence though too, and when I can remove, everything from it, I am glad that he won. I am glad that he won, and we've got RDR at the top, and now, we're having these talks, like RDR versus who, and I loved the RDR versus Drickus memes, but I never thought he'd ever actually get to the top after the GM3 and even when he beat Bo Nickel, I was like, one of the top guys will get him. But now that he's beaten Whittaker, it's like, fucking hell. And I think, because the UFC, they're not, well, I was going to say they're not done, but maybe they are a little bit sometimes. But, I reckon they'd be keeping notice of, damn, people weirdly love this RDR versus DDP fight. This would be so awesome. To be honest, light heavyweight been shit since John vacated. It has been shit. I had RDR yesterday. Yeah, don't mind him winning. Just wish I went with him. I switched my pick 4 times before the card started. Yeah, I switched one pick before I went to bed on my Tapology and got it wrong. But that's alright, because I've got a channel where I did a video of it. And in that video, if you would have watched that, I got 8 out of 12. But on Tapology, who no one gives a fuck about, I got 7. So who cares? My chat, brother. Would you be more shocked or upset if DDP taps in one? I'd be both. I'd be shocked and upset. It was shit before he vacated, not gonna lie. Yeah, it would have been shit. Those were the title fights. Reyes, Jones decision, him versus Smith decision. It's always just been a shit division that's not fun. When Yuri got there, that was kind of weird and fun. It was actually a little bit fun for a bit after John left, I reckon. Where Blachowicz got it, knocked out Reyes, and then instantly got submitted by Glover. And then Glover had the war with Yuri, and Yuri got it. And then the weird vacate shit. Now it's a bit dumb. And then Alex got it and started KOing everyone. It was fun then, but it's not high level. There's not a lot of good guys there that you're in awe of how well they fight. So hard to Jamal Hill versus Khalil's a main event. Though, because if you would have told me that he'd make it to the championship rounds, I know the odds for it to go the distance and him by points were fucking insane. Yeah, I really thought my pick was, I reckon Whittaker wins. He's a great anti-grappler. He'll be able to stuff the takedowns, and then Reiner will fade once he can't get time on top and he's getting all these takedown stuff and Rob's just constantly getting up. But no, just keep going forward and throwing knees into this cunt's body and he will fade. Just fucking dumb. Just fucking dumb. He was getting mixed on the feet a little bit. Rob is I don't know what to think about Rob anymore. I kind of think he wasn't good. No, whoa. I just don't know if he would be even a Roman Dolidze. I used to think he would beat the shit out of him, but now I'm does he just get knocked out by him? Fucking walked down and he's beat Ikram, who I reckon's trash, Paulo Costa. That's a good win. The cage work is what really fucked up. To be honest, it was a really pretty tough style matchup for him, yeah. It was a massive guy with grappling that constantly goes forward with a great chin, apparently, and big knees. I just didn't think the knees would be that fucking effective. And he'd throw them that good, and they're that. Fucking hell, man. Just fucking hell, De Ridder did Brock Lesnar 360, and he looks better every fight. Against Gerald Misha, he looks so trash, cunt. He looks so fucking trash. And against Kevin, he lands a weird jab, instantly gets him down. It's alright. And then Bo Nickel, he's on bottom against Bo Nickel, starts getting the knees going in the second round. It's yeah, decent performance, but that was a 7-0 guy. But then against fucking Rob, he really looks good. We just have to wait till Rob's next fight and decide if he's washed. And I think he still beats a Roman. Yeah. It sucks that we can't be confident. Like, that was the one I was confident in, because I was like, De Ridder's not going to be able to do shit to him on the feet. He's got no power in his shots or no, like, weird, fast explosiveness. Even his punches still look shit. But that knee's just, that's all it is. That knee was just fucked. He just keeps coming forward and using that knee. And Rob maybe didn't have something that really stopped in his tracks. Like, there was a lot of times I was begging Rob to go forward, and he just wouldn't, backing up a lot, giving Reiner space to come forward on him and push him to the fence. I'm like, cunt, you need to fucking go forward. Adioso Big Doe again, he couldn't kick. Any underdogs you got next week? True, let's look a little bit at next week. Because next week's card's good. What did you think of Sharabullah? He didn't look great until the end of the fight, unless I'm remembering wrong. Well, I didn't watch it. I haven't seen any of the fights, unfortunately. So there will be no event recap. Who wins? Andrei Puliev wins. I wanted to say Nathan Fletcher wins. Rebecca beats Duncan, I think. Oh yeah, true. You said before, didn't you just comment on it that I was, you were like, oh true, because of the time difference. Yeah, you just said that I didn't watch it because of the time difference, and then you asked me about the fight. But hey, I understand. I reckon Rebecca wins. Nora Canol. Neil Magny. I'm gonna pick Neil Magny. To beat Alessi Zaleski dos Santos. Decision win. Just outdo him. A bit of clinch time and like kind of Reiner him a bit. Might be a big boy. Yeah, that's my underdog. I reckon Neil Magny wins. He's plus 180. It's also short notice for Alessi. He just got KO'd. Can Zaleski grapple? Yeah, a little bit. Fucking hell, the opening women's fight's tough. What's Magny's last win? Mike Malott. And then he lost to a, he's been fighting real fucking hard guys. Like, look at who he's been versing. Malott, Morales, Prates, Ian Gary. He still beats a Phil Rowe though, you know? In 2023, that's a good win. Not one of the stacks cards of the year. It is. Pretty solid win, to be honest, even though he was down 2-0. It was solid, yeah. So, and D-Rod, it seems like when Magny takes that step back to that lower level welterweight, he beats him. But like the real people that are fighting for fucking belts, he obviously can't, and they beat the shit out of him. And this feels like a real big step back down to Alessi. Magny isn't the level of fighter loses to, it seems. Good dog, probably. We'll go with him. Also, you meant Alessi isn't the level of fighter Magny loses to. Yeah, this seems like one he should do. And he had a full camp for it. He was supposed to be fighting Gunnar Nelson. And then Gunnar fell out, and Alessi is taking this. Malott is a great win, yeah. But also, you can reason it at the time because Malott was like one of those new guys on the block who hadn't. Like Malott and D-Rod beat Zaleski. They would, you'd imagine. I know, it's hard to do that, though. And he finished them both as well. Finished D-Rod and Malott in the same round. Does Murphy stepping in for Mosvat mean he's getting a title shot, you reckon? It wouldn't seem like that, because it'd be like you're pulling out of a Pico fight, here's a title shot then, but fingers crossed, that's what we're all hoping for. His win over D-Rod aged well, yeah. I remember that fight. I was like, these two just shot. Hopefully you still be able to talk to us once you blow up, or hopefully you blow up so much you never have to talk to us again. Either way, I really wish you would blow up already. Thank you for that, Matt. Thank you for that. I too hope for that thing. Although it will be sad, that would be good. Is Pico as good as they say? He trained boxing with Freddie Roach, apparently. I think it does, but maybe not yet. Fingers crossed, that means he's getting the shot. But it would seem UFC seem like those grudge guys where like, or maybe they did it on purpose. That actually happens sometimes as well, where they're like, hey, can you just pull out, but we'll give you a title shot. We need something here. Yeah, you prop fighting Mosvar? Oh, I didn't even think about that. And Volk sitting out when he's 37? I don't want that. Should learn some wrestling at the end. He's from Dagestan. Murphy versus Pico is a title elimination bout. Murphy is taking a big risk, so if he wins, he gets it. Yeah, that you read it wrong. You read it wrong. He wasn't. It wasn't. Does Murphy stepping in for Mosvat mean he's getting a title shot? He wasn't asking if Murphy's going to get one. Sent a donut to Rampage Action about you, and he never read it, so I refunded that shit. Yeah. Thank you for that, Matt. But yeah, that would be a little bit of a waste. I definitely don't think he would have heard of me. Outclass one puncher Josh Emmett. One of them are gonna just get the title shot. Mosvat fight. Volt gonna be booked soon. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, who could you? Arnold Allen? Maybe they do Yair versus Arnold Allen. I could see that. And then yeah, Evloev Volk. I really hope they do Evloev Volk because that's what the people want. If Big Marcel posted that, I would be like, fucking oath. That's a huge fight. That's a huge fight. Who wins? Probably Volk, but I'm scared. This is exciting. When's that happening? And Yair versus Arnold Allen gets booked up. Be like, oh, banger, let's go, Arnold. Something like that. But I am actually going to pick Pico, and I never pick guys coming into the UFC. It's just held true again with that Marcus Buchecha that everyone picked to come in and sub a day. I forgot that Arnold is still alive. I understand that. Where the fuck has that guy? He hasn't fought since Evloev. Glad Bryce won. A lot of people acting like he's shit. Yeah, I'm glad he won too. Now we get to talk about him at bantamweight. I was trying to get you a shout out, but it's hard to get people to read donations unless I send. Thank you for that, Matt. At least you tried. And what a slut for not reading your fucking dono as well. But yeah, who should Bryce fight next? He would definitely ragdoll Rob Font. I didn't watch it, but I'm glad he won. Not gonna lie, if Merab wins this year, make him move up versus Volk. Matt's a real G. You know what would actually be like? Can you see anybody beating Merab in the near future? Bryce Mitchell versus Merab. Is that not like kind of a cool fight? Just because of like the real strong grappling base and the farmer strength. It'd just be cool to watch that. Like watching Merab single leg Bryce Mitchell at will and like ragdoll him. That'd be like fucking hell. That's crazy. You should probably watch Bryce fight just so you know how he looked at bantamweight for future picks. True, I should. I should do that. The Dagestani Killers. Yeah, that was a good one. I actually got some good picks on that card. Let's just say that I got the Davey one still. Let's go off my YouTube account. I picked Davey to beat Damon Blackshear. Martin Bidet is an underdog to beat that Marcus guy. Bogdan and Tabitha Ritchie. Those were two good dogs. Anyone else? Bryce, that was a good pick. Beat Bryce by decision. Who else was on the card? I really should have picked Belly and Elankana. I thought about that one. Because he had Bogdan's back. It was short notice. Ibo's like trash, kind of. Everything Bryce Saeed said was true. Bryce Saeed was true? Oh, damn, I said anyways. I ruined my own joke. Everything Bryce Saeed said was true. I was supposed to just do... Damn it. Guru got so lucky with the Billy pick. Yeah, we did get lucky. Said low, yeah, I messed it up. Bogdan's pretty mid, I realise. Yeah, I don't think Bogdan's that good. Future champ, no. But he is cool. He is super cool, and he is good. I did like how he was like letting things like just miss as he was moving back. Nub Central C. Who's that? Who's that? I think Merab runs through Bryce, but I'd watch it. Yeah, it would be cool. Was sketchy. Yeah, I seen he got guillotined in round 3. I did like skip through it just to see how he went. Wasn't the most memorable card though, I'm guessing. What was the Yan McGee fight like? I haven't watched any of that as well. I probably should, because it would be nice. I think Volk wins. Yeah, I reckon Volk beats Evloev. You'd have to imagine. But watch Evloev get his first KO, legit. I could so imagine it. I can so see him. It'd just be those classic stories. Decisions all the way. Second round knockout. Said he wouldn't fight Volk though because he has two He's too good in his own words. Okay. Yan versus McGee was Yan versus Figgy, basically. Okay, just step ahead. I'm talking about versus Merab, but yeah, he also should beat Mosval also. Oh, you reckon Volk would beat Merab? Yeah, you'd have to imagine. You need like real finishing potential to beat a Volk. And Evloev does slow down, and if Islam's not like ragdolling you, how is Evloev gonna? And the guy's never finished anyone, so how's he gonna beat Volk? It really should be an easy win for Volk. Just outdo him everywhere and be way better than him. Yan let round 1 go and styled on him the last 2 rounds. Merab drowns Volk. Merab would win. I don't think that it's retarded to say that. I do think there's a chance he just fucking is like, he's just too good for him. That his style's just too good. I see trees of green, red roses too. Merab is a bully, you can't bully Volk. Yeah, in round 1 of Lopez Volk, he was like fucking throwing Lopez around a little bit. See, I really had high hopes for this one. And although it did do good, did it just not look like a real official video? What a good thumbnail, right? I was thinking I definitely thought it would do better than this one. I really thought it would do better than this one. But it didn't. It didn't. It's crazy. Volk would outstrike him on the feet and nullify the grappling for the most part. Because tonight, well, who's the next top fighter to fall and never get back? That's not a bad question. The next good fighter to fall and never quite get back? Pantoja. I could see Van beating Pantoja. He tries to bounce back. Whittaker, well, he's kind of already fallen, I would say. 2 losses in a row. Now, we're picking someone who... Your videos are underrated. Thank you. Thank you. They are, because no one watches them, so they must be. Have some bops in the thumbnail to attract the DJs and sings. Dude, I've been a big fan of the videos lately. I like the what-if concepts. Me too. Yeah, just a different type of video. I only like to throw out a good idea that I think's a good idea. No, nothing dumb. I think has a bad end to his career, yeah. He did pop into mine. But I'm trying to think of someone who's kind of on top right now that you wouldn't expect to... Was very interesting. I like that you're original with a lot of your ideas. Stop it, guys. Stop it. He's a glazer now. He's a glazer. Try glazer. Try glazer. You believe Prates Asakura MVP is a good 3-leg? You agree with them? Yeah. I feel like those are iffy legs, though. Out of that card, you've picked like 3 iffy fights. I reckon Jeff Neal Prates is weird. Maybe Tim Elliott fucking just grapples Kai Sakura and arm triangles him, and it's like, Jesus, that guy's got no grappling. Or maybe Jared Cannonier fucking tries to wrestle with MVP and he's just a genius. And we realize, fucking hell, he's way too strong for MVP. Or he pushes forward and boxes him. Because I know, like, you've seen how Shara got caught in the headlights and stared at MVP. I really don't see Jared Cannonier just throwing like 8 strikes around and just like, fucking hell, this guy's impossible to enter on. I reckon he's pushing him back. It would be impressive. It's hard to say he does KO Neal after watching his last one. He's just throwing like one straight left hand from afar, and if that's not working, he's fucked. Do you think Hamzat doesn't have a chance even in round 1? I think Hamzat does have a chance. Of course he does. I reckon he has a chance on the feet with boxing and KO. I reckon he could box with him, because Drickers still isn't like some technical striker that you've got to take down, otherwise he'll beat the shit on you. He still runs in like a fucking idiot and leaves heaps of openings. MVP versus Shara Bullet rematch? Question mark. Why the fuck would we do that? That sounds boring. Yeah, true, but Ian is much harder to track. Yeah, I reckon Hamzat's best chance is on the feet. I reckon if he tries to relentlessly grapple and if his idea is to go out there and I'm going to submit Drickers, I reckon I'm going to just take him down and submit him, I reckon he's fucked. But if he weirdly decides, I'm going to knock this cunt out, or I'm going to just box with him and let's go to war on the feet, I reckon they could have a bang at that. He weirdly comes out on top of. Because Hamzat's got a granite chin. He's got big power. And I reckon their striking's like a little bit, I don't know, it's weird. I'm worried Kamsalot improved his cardio. TJ Dillashaw gave him his coach and said he's not going to gas like he normally does. Supposedly TJ's coach is very good for cardio. Pico trains with him also. Okay. We'll see. Lorenzo, for sure, even if he does have cardio, I reckon Drickus is just an all-round better fighter. With the grappling and his cardio still unmatched. He'll be way better on the feet, mixing it up and stuff. He won't gas, but DDP has the weirdest pace ever, yeah. Yeah, that fucking Sean Strickland pace was insane. He was just like how DDP, like how RDR was spamming knees. He was like spamming head kicks and body kicks and bang, a question mark kick up top. And now another low kick. Hamzat has better boxing though. Yeah, I don't mind that take. Maybe DDP can break into the body late rounds regardless of his cardio. I still don't reckon, even if he has improved it, he's not going to match what fucking Hamzat can do. I mean, shit, DDP can do. But also, people do say that Hamzat's cardio is not even bad. Of course, he slows down when he relentlessly tries to ragdoll the guy in the first round. Like, imagine Hamzat came out there a patient guy. Maybe he could just manage a 3-round fight. But instead he's chucking around Usman and taking his back and taking his back standing and shit. Don't forget Hamzat KO GM3. You can't forget that. Well, you cannot forget that. Yeah, his outputs for Strickland is what saved him. Because he couldn't land clean, yeah. Who am I? DDP got the cartoon stylist. Lorenzo, last time you drank a soda? I'm not too sure. Maybe I had a vanilla Coke with the big arch that I tried the other night. You know what I'm saying? Kumshot gonna get punched in the lungs and he's gonna fold. Facts. That is facts right there. I have a crazy feeling that Hamzat knows that his only way to possibly win is to KO him in either the first or the second round, almost like his fight with Gerald Meerschaert. I do reckon if Hamzat was to win, second round knockout would be a good pick. Don't forget Hamzat. We're not forgetting that. We're not forgetting it, that I read it again. To be honest, I'm probably going to pick Kumslot by submission early. Okay. Have fun getting that wrong. Check that out, guys. You seen that? I hope DDP wins, though. I just know DDP will get ragged early. I just think DDP and Rob, different beasts. Different beasts. That's a good fight. Manon versus old mate. Beep. Zachary Reese just forever getting fucking layups. It's pathetic. Poor Aussie Diaz. He doesn't deserve that. Just look at that fight. That is actually unfair, Connor. Even in the fucking photo, you're like, oh my God, he is going to die. That doesn't look like that should be happening. Chris Barnett, let's go. Let's go, Chris. You just love that. You love that. That is a banger. And that's a good fight as well. I actually reckon Jun Young Park might win. And I might pick him. Will Canada get a champion? No. The black dude looks like a criminal. He is a criminal. The turtle. The turtle gets it done, doesn't he? And Pico knocks out Leroy Murphy. You heard it here first. I reckon he absolutely starches him. True, but even Whittaker took him down. Kumslot will 100% get him down early. But will he be able to submit him? He couldn't submit a Gilbert. He couldn't submit an Usman. He couldn't really sink in a choke on Rob. If Rob doesn't have a weird jaw that caves in, what happens in that fight, you know? I can't see him sinking in a choke on DDP in round 1. That'd be crazy. That would be crazy. And if he does, hats off to him. What a beast. But I reckon there's much more chance that DDP stays safe. We get out of round 1. And it took a while at the end of round 1 to sub Holland. It did. Even the Holland one was weird. Holland was actually scrambling good for a bit. And we've seen that Holland fucking... He's grappling shit. To be honest, Usman was better in the stand-up against Hamzat. But Dricus ain't no Usman nor a Gilbert. Exactly. Dricus would kill those guys. You're getting it. See, this guy gets it. Dricus would absolutely murder those guys. And he's like 10 times bigger than them. And you could honestly maybe say he's got better cardio than Usman. But maybe not. But better cardio. And he's got like way less quit in him. Usman is hard to submit though. Yeah, those are two guys that are hard to submit in the grappling wise. But I think Dricus is that as well. Dricus is exactly that. Impossible to submit. The same level as an Usman. But also 215 pounds. Where Usman was like 190 in that fight. This is like a big South African guy with a big South African jaw. If he can survive the first 2 rounds, then yeah, he should be able to pull it off. Hard to just hard to say he will. Well, I just don't know any high-level guy that Khamzat's got out of there in 2 rounds. I just think the Rob one has really swayed everyone's thinking. And now they think he can just beat these top-level guys. When I thought that Usman... Who did you pick going into that fight, Colby? Did you pick Khamzat to finish Rob early? Who did you have? Who did you guys pick going into the Rob Khamzat fight? DDP has the grit. He will tough that shit out. I agree. DDP is huge for middleweight. He is massive. Dricus is the culmination of the Dutch spirit in the desert over 100 years. Kamsha almost retires after a cold. Whittaker, but maybe he doesn't. I had Whittaker. I picked Rob. I know. Which is exactly why we just got to pick Dricus again. For all those reasons why we picked Rob, it will get iffy after the first round. This guy's got great grappling. Khamzat's never gone 5 rounds. What if he doesn't get out of the first round? You know? But then, Rob's jaw got caved in. I think I went cum slut, but same shit applied. I felt like Whittaker could take over if he survived. Well, isn't that convenient? Lorenzo, did you have Rob? I also did have Rob, yeah. I had the channel at that point. But if you went and watched my prediction, I said I'm going to pick Rob because he should win. It's 5 rounds. He's got great anti-grappling. He's not submitting Usman and shit. But I did say, but I've got a real bad feeling that he just gets knocked out. But he didn't even get knocked out. He did get submitted. I said that there's no way Khamzat submits him in my video. But I still reckon he didn't. But yeah, I definitely had Rob. I was like, he'll get out of the first round. 5 rounds. This is like, he looked iffy against Gilbert in 3. Usman started taking over in rounds 2. Not taking over, but started doing good in rounds 2 and 3. Now it's Dricus for 5. Now it's a completely different beast. And it's 5 rounds, first championship fight. He's still undefeated. Like, how many undefeated guys have we seen, like, need to take a lesson? Talbot and Olberg and all these guys. I'm not going to predict a Dricus win by dart stroke after a scramble. I'm going to... Well, fuck you. That's mine. You can't take mine. Get your own. Everyone knows that I've been picking dart stroke. You get out of here. Get your own, mate. No, you're going guillotine? I'm going to pick Dricus by guillotine. Actually, no, because that might happen as well, and then you'll get it right. Rear naked. Okay, a little bit iffy, but nice pick. I don't think that will happen, though. Tyra Def wins, right? I don't know about that one. I reckon that's a weird fight. I hate this weekend's main event. Because what does Amir Albazi do? Take the back, you know? He takes the back. What vid did you say does? Well, just on stream, every time anyone's ever asked, I've been saying that over and over. Round 4 sub, he'll be on his knees, shoot a shitty takedown, bang. Does DDP try to take Kamslot down possibly in the later rounds? I feel like he probably will. Yeah, I reckon so. Like, what does Amir Albazi do? What is Amir Albazi's goal? To take people's back and to grapple and take people down. It's hard to watch Taylor take his back over and over again. I reckon that's hard to fucking imagine. Taylor's going to go out there and just take down a big boy. Like, look at Albazi. He's like a little strong, jacked guy. He's like a little strong, jacked grappler. Like an aeroplane hijacker, he does look a little bit like that. Taylor can improve more. Yeah, but also Taylor just lost his O, so he'll be a bit better. I also don't like that Amir Albazi lost a grappling match to Jafel Filho. Because I don't feel like he's really top level when it comes to grappling. So I don't know. I'll probably go Taylor because I'm a bitch. But I do think Albazi could win. Because Taylor's stand-up's not that good. Just pick Taylor. Yeah. No, I might go Albazi. And also Albazi, just mid as fuck, don't see how he wins. Because he had heaps of time off after this one. Like over a year. And he had all those surgeries, remember? Remember he had all those surgeries? Yeah, it's a weird fight. I do think it's weird. No, bro, don't. No, don't, bro. You need a main event. Please, Singh. As a guy who just got their main event wrong, please don't tell me how to fucking pick. We convinced you with Bryce. There's no we with that. Just shut the fuck up, dude. Oh my God. I hate when people... Weren't you not just saying people get good picks and people get bad picks? So stop acting like you know what's going to happen in this week's main event. No, come on, man. You need to get one of these right. Just go with him. Like, why didn't you pick fucking Reiner then, mate? Weren't you laughing at Guru picking him? But now you're in here. No, come on, dude. Like, just shut the fuck up. Worst kind of people. What's your opinion on Hamzat's health issues? He's a bitch. Yeah, Colby, how's your daddy in the White House doing now? That's not actually Colby Covington. I don't think he's going to get mad at that. Bro, what's your thoughts about Pereira vs. Ankalaev 2? I think it's a closey. I think it's a close one. Yeah, how'd you do on the card, Singh? How'd you do on this weekend's card? Just then on Abu Dhabi. Do killer, get all your picks right? But then you're in here telling me, no, come on, dude, we need you. We need you. Taylor's got this. Like, you just fucking leave me to my own devices. How about that? I went negative. Yeah, you did, didn't you? I can't. Did I? Nope. Nope, because I was out there picking underdogs like Martin Bidet and Bogdan and Tabitha Ritchie while you're sitting on your favourite. So, yeah, you go ahead and pick Taylor because I'm not surprised that you would. You little notorious favourite picker. You just opened a can of worms that you can't close now, buddy. And I'm ending the stream. No,